geval denk ek hier agteraan gaan.
Sound on.
We got.
I was going to say, is it working hard here? I tell you, the beers are mounting up for you, bro.
You didn't even get anything.
Huh?
You didn't find anything, so.
Don't stop me walking around like a fool.
Sound on.
We got. I was going to say, is it working hard here? I tell you, the beers are mounting up for you, bro.
You didn't even get anything.
Huh?
You didn't find anything, so.
Don't stop me walking around like a fool.
Okay. Ek kan begin praat. Goeiemiddag, good afternoon, and welcome to the live broadcast of the Boland Pairs. Yesterday we've got lucky enough to have the ladies final, and with me, my name is Paul Ferns. I will update you around the clock with some English commentary, and with me and my co-commentator, actually the host commentator, is Brester van Skoor. Goeiemiddag Bressie.
Good afternoon and welcome to the live
Ja, goeiemiddag almal. Welkom hier by 'n lekker warm woester vandag. Ons het al goeie rolbal gesien. En ons gaan vir julle vanmiddag die wedstryd tussen Marietjie van 'n Berg en Charmaine Mostert van Ceres teen Elma Lou en Joel McKelgan van LCE uitsaai. So, ek hoop julle geniet die middag saam met ons. Ons gaan ons bes probeer om alles bymekaar te hou. Die wind het so bietjie begin opstoot. Maar die kondisies is lekker vir rolbal. Die spelers wat nog besig is met 'n proefkop. So ons is daar met julle van die eerste bal af. Yeah, just to give you an update on the situation. Marietjie van 'n Berg and Charmaine Mostert won both their games this morning. So they are in the position, if they win this game, they will become the champs. If if they lose, it creates an opportunity for other sides to come into the picture. Elsie and Lucille from Hermanus, they won one game this morning. Or this afternoon, sorry. So they're on 2 points, and if they can beat Willeen Elgelaar and Pam Melk from Lagoon, things could get interesting.
Ja, ek is bly jy so goed in die Engels daar, Bressie. I know, yeah, we're looking forward to a nice afternoon of bowls. We've seen these players a couple of times in finals or around about the finals, so these are the regulars, and yeah, we're looking forward to them performing. Marietjie van 'n Berg, unfortunately, this weekend can't participate in the Namibian closed singles, where you qualify to go to the World Champ of Champs, but it's unfortunately work and a couple of things related to that, so she's going to miss out, but she's in the final, yeah, basically win the tournament, or be the pairs champs.
Absolutely. Yes, and of course there's also the men's championship going on. Situation there, Wynand and Andrew Pool won both their games this morning. Tight games. They beat, let me just check this correctly for you. They beat Garth Till and Jacques Prince 18-16 this morning. And then in the second game, they won 17-16 against Herman Fourie and Andre Swart from Langebaan. So another tight one there for them. But they also in the position, if they win their last game, they will be the champions. They playing Mark and Cully, the old guard. They didn't have a great day so far. They lost both games. They lost to Herman and Andre this morning, 11-18, and then in a very tight second match, they lost 13-14 to Garth Till and Jacques Prince from Agulhas. So again, also very interesting if Wynand and Andre would lose, then it depends on that winner between Agulhas and Langebaan playing now. One of those sides will go to 4 points, so it can be it can go to the last bowl. So we'll keep you updated as this game progresses, all the other results as well. Anyway, so we off here. Charmaine looks like she was just a little bit strong with that first one, and Jill a little bit narrow, but I'm sure they'll find it soon. We're just trying to get the camera on the other side going. So this is Jill McCalgan on the mat. I asked her just before the game how long she's been playing, and she said forever. And I said, well, how long is that? And then she said 14 years. And I said, well, I've been playing for 15 and it feels like I've started yesterday. So I don't think it's that long, but she's a very good bowler. She played also in the veteran 2-bowl singles during the week, and also performed very well there. Charmaine just on the wide side. If you just bear with us, we'll fix that camera on the other side and get a better view as soon as possible. Paulie is there, busy trying to fix it. Another narrowish bowl from Jill. I think she got second shot out of it. Okay, so Charmaine still looks like she's got the shot. Jill will be trying to take a little bit more grass this time. Looks a much better ball. Oh, she's just a bit heavy this time. In fact, she actually lost the ball. As I said, the conditions are, or the wind is picking up. It was a fantastic day thus far. Very hot and humid, and, but the wind is picking up. It will definitely make it a little bit tougher for these guys. So yeah, now Mariki on the mat. Got some info on her CV, quite a long one she's got. Of course, international player, played for Namibia since 2005. She's been a member of that Namibian team. She moved to Boland 3 years ago and already made a mark here in the provincial side. And, that was a good result there for Elma. Yeah, so yeah, and Mariki this year she won the Boland Masters. She always performs. Very, very relaxed player. You can see they're still feeling this rink. Yeah, so Alma there with the previous ball, she caught the jack, and fortunately for her, it went to Jill's bowl, so it looks like they're holding two. There's another good bowl. Not sure if it's 2 or 3. Oh, okay, Charmaine indicating it's only 1. You can see Paul there on the right hand side, he's dragging another cable out. It seems to be a problem with the cable for the camera on the other side. I'm sure he'll get it fixed soon. Okay, so no change there by Mariki. Alma would like to add another one here. She was close with the last ball. And she's just running past.
Nog steeds niks nie.
Ja. Clear, né? Ja, nothing.
Oh my God.
So, first end, 1 for LCE.
Die beeld.
No. Ja.
Okay. Er is nog steeds niks daar nie. Okay, net so 'n bietjie geloof is. Dis werk met 'n probleem. Dan iets gaan vir jou doen.
Yeah, good start by Charmaine, yeah. About a meter through. Sorry, I meant Joel. Charmaine answers, and she puts one close. Very good ball there.
Ah, dit is 'n bietjie skerp in die beeld. Kom ons kyk dit nou net eers.
Okay, there. Oh, okay.
Kyk, ons sal hom dophou. Ons sal hom monitor soos dit hy aangaan. As ons sien hy's lekker stabiel genoeg, dan sal ons oorskakel na hom toe. Gee net kans dat hy net eers sy stabiliteit kry. Ons het 'n nuwe kabel opgesit, so dit vat net so 'n oomblik of 2.
Yeah, for those of you watching, please let all your friends know, your fellow bowlers. Share this link and let's try and get some people watching. So mine just running through there. Oh, another good one from Joel. It's about a yard behind. Lagoon is LCE.
Die om iets mee gesê is Lagoon. Die ander span wat speel is LCE. Is hierdie LCE?
LCE, ja.
LCE. LCC.
LCE, ja. Lange baan country estate. LCE.
Okay. Hulle het ook een opgetel op eerste plek, né?
Ja. That was a nice ball from Charmaine, last ball, right on the jack. Okay. Just slightly under, a little bit heavy. Suppose it's a good spot. If Alma would play some white, the white would probably pop out to that bowl of Marikis. But here's a good draw. Oh, what a beauty! Fantastic shot. She's drawn it.
Onthou dit.
Lekker sien nie. So Mariki on an attacking line and she's very close and she pops the jack out and now it's a new game.
Right to the back. Not sure who's holding where or what.
We'll find out soon. Okay, so Joel indicating that they're still holding LCE. And,
sure
there's a lot of space.
Let's see if I can track that ball.
And she comes down and let's see if she can stop it. She looks a little bit heavier. I think it's gonna, yeah, into the ditch. So lots of space for Mariki. She opened the head up, gave herself a chance to draw it now. So let's see if she's up to it. And she's coming. Yeah. It's a shot for now, still lots of space, but she's got last ball as well. As Alma comes down, just wants to beat that ball of Mariki's. And she's coming, is she coming? Oh, and there's another ball from the rink next door, and she's just short. So Mariki holding one and she can draw another one. I'm sure she will. if anybody's watching, one of my friends, just maybe give me a WhatsApp. Tell me if the sound's okay. That could be another one. So sure about that one, but it's close. So they agree, so it's 2 shots to LC, to Ceres.
Ek het die ander nog steeds so mooi.
Hoe kry jy nou weer daai daar? Kan ek maar daar los ook. Alright, thanks Marianne. Let's see, Charmaine, she looks on a good road. Yeah, very good. Fantastic start. Fortunately, still having a little bit of troubles with the camera. There you go, but it's just jumping a bit, so
maybe it just needs a little bit of airtime.
yeah. Wow. Oh, that's a close bowl.
Very good
Well,
ball there.
effort.
Okay, just bear with us a couple of minutes. Let's just see if this is longer. Maybe it's on screen. Maybe it'll get better. Just give us a minute or so. See if you can.
Let's see, Charmaine.
From the angle.
Oh, very good weight again in the area.
Yeah, just behind. I'm just going to go over to the camera and just reset it and see if maybe that helps. Right, so Jill on the mat. She's trying to set that bowl of Charmaine, and she's just behind the jack, but it's out a little bit too wide. Charmaine, of course, for those who don't know, she's also on the Boland exec. Been playing bowls for a while. In the Boland B side for many years. Good year. This year she, if I remember correctly, she won the Champion of Champions, and if I'm not mistaken, she got bronze in the Boland Masters. So yeah, a force to be reckoned with, on and off the green. And yeah, and we missed that great ball from Elma. From Jill. Not sure who's lying the shot, if it's Charmaine behind the jack or Jill in front. And again, very good weight from Jill. She was just trying to play onto her own bowl, turn it over once. Let's see what Mariki plays. Also on her backhand. Interesting from here,
from this angle it looks like there's a shot on the forehand. You can see the white. Maybe it's shot down, so she's trying to play onto that wood. Let's see, she's close. Oh, what a ball. Oh, it's a great ball. Not sure who's holding now. Elma goes down. Just not turning enough. Charmaine looking. Okay, so she confirms it's down with that blue ball. And now Mariki changed her hand and she's trying to rest the blue ball on the forehand. But she did not take any grass, as she's saying herself.
Even kom in 'n ander kamer. Gat kan druk of dit gaan beter gaan.
Mariki, and she, I mean Elma, she turns it out. But it's still, so Mariki is just behind. And she's going to try and just touch the jack or set the blue ball. Let's see if it comes back from there. And came back, but just a bit heavy. Elma, she's on a good track. Oh, that's a bit narrow.
Plug daai SD kabel ding uit, nee, dan bring jy hierdie kamera in die tripod. Dan bring jy hom oor hiernatoe, dat ek net hierdie ander kamera, ek gaan 'n kabeltjie indruk, dalk werk hy. Okay, bring net die kamera. En sy kragkabel natuurlik. Okay.
Mariki still just on the wide side, or maybe more heavy than wide. And Elma now with the last wood, she's holding one. And seems close to Mariki's bowl. Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. Let's see how many that is. 2 out. And 2 it is. Very good shot from Elma. So after 3 ends, it is LCE leading 3-2.
Right, eventually ons vir Bressie stil. Yeah, it's difficult to sit here and chat and entertain everyone the whole time. Ja, ons het net so baie om te sê. Ons ken nog nie die mense se geskiedenisse so goed as wat ons sou gelike het om te doen. Ja, baie naby op die lyn daar. Nou, Bressie het gou gaan kyk, ons gaan julle nou update gee oor al die ander wedstryde wat besig is om plaas te vind. Ons moet net gou kyk of ons die kamera kan uitsorteer. Ons tweede kamera, hy gee vir ons 'n bietjie van probleme.
Ja, wat 'n nag.
Yeah, just a couple of updates there. Mark and Kali playing Boland and Andrew. Mark and Kali off to a great start there. They 10-2 up after 6 ends. Gallus, Herman and Jock Prince. Stel die camera op. Sorry there. Herman and Andre. They're 3-all against Garth and Jock Prince. Magalus. And then very early stages, LC and Lucille Herps from Hermanus playing Boland from Lagoon. LC there 2-0 up after 2 ends. Just bear with us here.
Oh, yeah.
Die beeld. Druk nu aan. Die beeld is.
Okay, so it looks like could be 2 there for LCE at the moment. Mariki coming down, the second last bowl. And looks to be a slightly wide road, not coming back all the way, so a little bit heavy as well. Yeah, that interesting, that score, Mark and Wynand. If like I said, if Wynand and Andrew would lose that match, then Lagalis and LCE will come into the picture. So it'll come down to shot aggregate, whoever wins there between Herman and Garth. But we'll see it's early stages. I'm sure Wynand and Andrew will fight back.
Right, ander camera is gesort, stabiel. There you go. Rikkie daar.
Oh, what a great shot. Brilliant shot.
Okay. Jy kan nou jou ball tracking doen op hierdie kamera. Want jy kameras wil volg en balle wil volg en goed.
So how many was that? They measured for 2. Let's find out. Joel, how many? 1. So it was still 1-2 LCE after that great shot from Mariki. We thought she got the shot out of it, but we were mistaken. So that's another 1-2 LCE. Update the score for you. 4-2 after 4 ends. So we got both cameras working. Unfortunately not behind, but Glenn is going to do some tracking for us, and it's also nice to watch it that way.
Ons is nou goed te go, nou as jy dan is in die afgelewer het, dan kan jy oor na waar die eindig.
Nice start from Joel. That looks like a lekker big swinger. Coming back all the way. Very good ball. Oh, it looked wide out of the hand.
Yeah.
But it's always here, as soon as this wind picks up here, the sand becomes
Yep.
very wide. Very good weight from Joel. And Paul, you've been busy. There's a couple of things you broadcast since we did the trips here.
Yeah, we had a couple of broadcasts, but we also missed out on one last week at Barrow with power, with the load shedding.
yeah.
Now that is unfortunate because I was really looking forward to that lunch, but then I missed out on the lunch as well. So, not
So
really.
they even cancelled the lunch.
Yeah, no, there was no power, so
Nothing. But they still played.
no, they still played and they had a
You
massive
don't need
lunch.
power to play.
No, they brought in a generator to sort out the food because that
Okay.
was the most important thing. The broadcast was seconded. The Barrow is known for their food, so
Oh, okay.
no, that
really?
is their thing. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, clean. Niemand luister nie aan die kommentaar af.
Ay. Okay, so we'll start all over again.
It unfortunately shut down now. Mariki just turning the LCE ball in, or Charmaine's out.
Okay, so we just had a nice long discussion about Paul's plans for the next couple of weeks, and unfortunately we didn't turn the mic back on, so I'm going to ask you again, Paul.
That's a lot of words that I have to remember.
What's
So,
what are you up to for until the end of the year?
now we've got, in 2 weeks time, we're going to George, to the Outeniqua Bowling Club. We're going to sort out the KWB Classic for 2 days, so looking forward to that. Haven't been there for some time. And then also we are, the weekend after that, we are going to, Mariki just at the back there. The weekend after that we're going to Ceres, and going to do the Cherry Time Classic. So looking forward to a couple of weeks at the end of the month. Then it's a weekend off, or maybe we could have a Boland game there, a Western Province game, I'm not sure yet. But and then it's the Power Pairs. So that's 3 days of matches to be broadcast. So looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, good.
But that's the end of the year, and then early next year we start off. Hopefully in Feb we're going to the Junior Masters. Doing that.
Also the Boland singles.
Boland singles coming up in the new year.
Also Feb.
Yeah.
Feb, yeah.
So yeah,
And
then it all starts again.
yeah, fantastic. And tell me the power pairs. Are you full there? Full field?
Yeah.
You mentioned the Botswana.
Oh yeah, yes.
connection.
I forgot about that. Yeah, what a great.
Oh, Mariki. Oh, they look interested.
Someone likes it. They're gonna measure now.
Let's see.
All right, in the Botswana pairs, ladies measure. Yeah, shot to Ceres.
Mariki.
Yeah,
Well played there, Mariki.
Yeah, and yeah, we've got 5 teams from Botswana. The Botswana national side have requested to enter 5 teams, and so that they can start preparing for the new season up ahead, the international season ahead. So we're looking forward to host them. That's about 80% sure that we are going to have them in Helderberg. So yeah, looking forward to that. Some internationals coming to play, and they might even set up a game or 2 against some local teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, we first need to confirm that they are coming, and then we can start arranging. I don't want to do all the arrangements and then it's all for nothing.
And tell me if they are in, do you have a full field?
Yes, the
Yeah.
field's full. Yeah,
Cool.
we have people to replace those. I
Those
have
if
5
they-
teams
okay.
that can replace them if
Yeah.
they don't come. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
And again, we're getting teams from all over the country and from up country and
Some good
the
teams,
neighbouring. Yeah. Some money to be played for. Okay, just running a little bit past. Right, that Jill on the mat. Yeah.
Yeah, Joel.
Okay. Looking good.
Mariki, I had to do my homework before
Yeah.
broadcasting. We all know she's a formidable international player, but I didn't actually realize she twice she came 4th in the World Bowls singles.
Champ of Champs. I think it's World Champ of Champs.
Yes, obviously, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
I don't think it was the World Bowl singles, but I think it is the World Bowls Champion
Champ
of
of
Champions.
Champs,
And I know for a fact that the first time I saw her play was when she played out. She lost in the bronze medal match.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that must have been the Champ of Champs.
That's a World Champ of Champs, and yeah, but still,
I mean,
it's a big honor.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, she's been playing for Namibia since 2005.
Yeah.
So it's a long time.
The national champion a couple of times over.
Yeah, this year she won gold in the singles, the pairs, the trips, and the silver in the Namibian nationals.
Oh my word!
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's some player.
Yeah, someone to reckon with. I watched that match where she, it was in one of her rounds, and yeah, she dominated the other woman from the go. She was so in control of that match. It was a very good match to watch. Can't remember against who it was. I have to think hard. Let's just see. We need to do a couple of checks all the time, so make sure our batteries are all up square and transmitting and receiving. So all looks good. Just a little bit up there. Okay. Oops. Not the best view there. Jill coming down, looking very good. Oh, just slipping past, but I think she is holding shot there too. If I'm not 3. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, she's holding.
Yeah, she's got
all 4.
actually 4. She's got
Okay.
4 perlers around just
Yeah,
behind
I
us.
saw
Jack.
that. I can't see the fourth one, so I had to stand up.
There's a cluster of 3 there.
Ah,
just
wonderful.
behind the Jack. Brilliant.
Okay, there I see it now. Consistent bolts.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
I mentioned earlier she played in the veteran 2-ball singles here during the week, the Boland final as well.
Okay.
She didn't win it, but she performed very well. I saw her there, and
Okay.
you know, she can bowl. She's a
There you
very
go.
talented bowler.
Milky getting a cutting off at least one.
Yeah,
I
she's
think.
got 4th shot. Yeah.
Elmore coming down. I think it looks a little bit skinny.
Yep.
Thick,
Just-
heavy.
Oh, she can. Oh, she almost sat Mariki's ball there. That could have made it 5. Just missed it.
And 2 shots down. Not so bad. Mariki on the backhand. Okay.
It's an interesting that she's playing the backhand here. If you look
Yeah.
at the head, there's a hell of a catch, but this is why.
Yeah.
She just showed us why. But you would have thought there's that
A catch.
wall of balls
To
behind
fall
on the
into,
forehand and just roll onto it. But she must be confident on that hand.
Must be.
What a perler. That's a ridiculous.
Goes back to him. I'm not sure about the angle there.
I think it's going straight to the 1 blue ball.
Okay.
But I mean, a moment ago they were 4 down.
Yeah. So
So this is
it's gone from 4 to 3 to 1 up. So.
up.
Okay. Just you want to look at the delivery of an international bowls player. What you are required to have. There you go. Coming to the head.
It's a good try. Just a little bit
Shamaine.
short. Need the short.
Thank you. You got 2 seconds. You just need to tap it. You don't even need to be violently at it. Just need to tap it. Marika looking good again. All in the right. She doesn't want to tap it.
She
doesn't
definitely
wanna-
doesn't want to tap it.
Ah,
Oh, but it
there
goes
you
to
go.
her own ball.
That's why I said I didn't know the angle on that front, on that bowl, so a tap would be enough. But
I think that was a little bit lucky. She
a
didn't
little bit of
really
a rattle.
wanna
No,
tap
I know.
it, though.
No, for sure. If she played for that, then she deserves it because
Yeah.
that is good.
Yeah.
Now that's a precision shot,
Mm.
making it 2. So
It's been a good game so far. Good balls being played. Two LCE players having a long discussion on which shot to play. I think it's probably worth arriving at it. Jill is putting a foot down, so it seems like they're drawing to it, but I would have thought just a little bit of weight, tap it out. They got balls waiting at the back, but she's strange shot. She went for the draw, but she was wide and more heavy than wide. But with that weight, if she played the narrow line onto the shot ball, she would have popped the white out. So I think that's 2. So that's still 1. I thought it was 2, it's 1 to Ceres. And very well bowled by Mariki there. I'm just going to confirm the score. Oh, just confirming 4-all, and that's after 6 ends. Oh, fantastic, Joel. Right on it. You can see Charmaine trying very hard here. Wow, just slipping past. Great effort. Elma asking Joel to repeat it. Let's see if she can. Here she comes. Just a little bit narrow. Doesn't want to tap it and open it up. Charmaine now. And she's looking good, just a little bit under, just missing on. Maybe just needed that meter of weight to make that connection. And this is Joel looking good here, looking very good. That's a great ball, just finishing behind the jack. Exactly where they wanted it. Mariki calling Charmaine to sit that last ball. And again, she's a little bit narrow with this. So at the moment, Jill is playing extremely well, putting Charmaine a little bit under pressure. And having said that, Jill also puts one down narrow. But she did her part. She's got one right on it and one right behind it, so pressure is on Ceres and Mariki.
Die belly is warm, boys.
And for those of you who are actually watching the bowls and not the rugby,
Ja, it's 8-3.
at the moment it's 10-8 to Scotland.
Are you serious?
Well, that's
Ja,
Ja, hulle het net gescoord. Het was ons is 8-3 voor. Nou is het 7 of 10-8.
10-8. So that
Dat het 3
drie
gedaan.
gedaan. So it's better to watch the bowls, I
Yeah.
think,
Stay tuned.
especially if that score stays that way.
Nee, dat is een
Ah, Mariki, so close again.
Zolang hulle nie op die
she's been
veld is.
playing well so far.
Yeah, she's made a difference. But Joel also, I just said this last couple of ends, she's really bowled well, putting Charmaine under pressure.
Yeah.
So, and that's also putting Mariki under pressure.
Yeah.
And this looks good from Elma. Oh, she doesn't want to open it up though. That is, well, it finishes right behind, but that gives gives Mariki an opportunity now. Much easier shot to play than the ball being in front of the jack. Charmaine calling on the backhand, and I think Mariki fancies the forehand. So, but she's, I think, reluctantly playing the backhand.
Scotland leading 10-8. Another try by Pimpy.
Mariki,
Unbelievable.
Mariki, she's close. But
That's a shot, I think.
no, I think the one at the back is the shot. The blue at the behind the jack. Looks quite close.
I think it could be. See, Alma again. She's on target. Oh, that was a good try. She set that pink ball a little bit more solid. She would have turned right on the That
jack.
is what Bracey. You say that one is the shot?
I think that's a shot. Yeah.
I think that could be the shot.
But I think behind the pink is another one that could even be closer than the pink.
Okay.
I think that pink is shorter than it looks on the
Okay.
screen. Okay, so Charmaine just confirming or
That's the shot.
that she thinks that's a shot, but it's close. So
So it's
so it is between.
unconfirmed.
It's unconfirmed. She confirmed that it's unconfirmed.
Okay, there you go.
She's a bit narrow now.
Just short, I think. But you said that. Oh, yeah. The inside of that was
Good
could
try,
have, would have called it.
they're in the area. You know, good end. Good head of balls.
Yeah.
I think that's narrow. Yep.
Uh,
Have to give that hand a bit of grass.
a bit.
A bit lot.
A bit fire, yeah.
Gonna check some scores for you again.
All right. Merry travels. Ja, allemaal uit. Druk. Ja, well, Bristol just going to go and check some scores. Onto the Roy. Ah, what a very good effort. Onto the red would have been very good. Onto the Roy, I said, yeah. Right, Charmaine on her knees. That's so sharp.
Paulie will have to do some maths. At the moment,
I called Mariki. He's holding shot. That was what I initially said.
nothing changed. So
Yeah, the method. It's an iron and
the back one and the pink one.
There is my drawing item. Yeah. That one and that one. I mean that one and that one. Yeah. I can say it's easy. Look at that one's short and that one's long.
Umpire.
Yeah, there we go for the umpire. That's a very
You
close
can
one. So
have a good eye, Paulie, from far away. 'Cause I
definitely
thought
from close up.
I thought that was clearly the blue. Anyway, it might still be the blue, but it's definitely not clearly because
Yeah.
it's an umpire. Yeah. So
You know why?
yeah.
I trust Charmaine's eye. Because when she checked it, she immediately said, so she was confident, and I thought, oh, she hasn't been wrong.
But then afterwards she said, no, it might be.
Might be.
Anyway, some scores while the umpire's busy.
All right, kom ons gaan.
Mark is up 13-5 against Wynand and
Okay.
Andrew. Now remember, Wynand and Andrew were undefeated so far, so
Yeah.
they had to win this game to be the champs. So we're gonna have to look at the the log, just to figure that out, because on the other side Garth Thiel is up 6-4 against Herman and Andre.
Okay.
Now if Wynand loses, then, because I only got a +3, but I'm going to look into that now. It depends on how far Garth wins.
If Wynand loses.
So, so it's open there. I mean, even Herman, they're only 6-4 behind after 7 ends. So that match can go any
And he
way.
also has 1-1.
And they both won 1.
Yeah.
So one of them will end up on 2. So it depends
Very
on
interesting.
how far.
Yeah, lekker.
So this is where the uniqueness of the Boland finals, which is played on a round robin, becomes interesting. Normally it's knockouts and which I still favour, but now they're measuring. Are they measuring for second, or was one out there? Did they take it out?
I'm sure they would have put it somewhere closer.
Yeah.
That is mean that's not in.
So the back one is not even in the picture.
But you also said the one behind the pink could also be in.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah.
remember I said so. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the log here. And by the way, the other women's game, Elsie, is up 12-1. Now that's also interesting because they won 1.
Okay.
And if they have a big win here and Mariki and Charmaine loses,
Then they could win.
then they can win it.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll have to stay
and then you
smart
say
and
it's boring.
ons moet op en wakker bly.
I think it's exciting because it's still it's still anybody's game. So I'm still measuring there. There you go. Mariki's shot. Money goes to Paul. Thank
Money
you.
goes to Paul. Hey. You just had a guess from
I
me.
know.
Experience.
Gut feel.
I actually saw it, but I was wrong.
Okay.
I trusted my eye. You
Okay.
just guessed.
No, I trusted Charmaine's body language. She was all over it.
Very
So,
confident.
yeah. Okay, so we
Good.
might have another camera angle. Yeah, there we go. Now, if you're watching from the same side we are, unfortunately we lost the cable to the one. It's giving us too much intermittence signal, so we rather went to a stable feed for your viewing pleasure. All right, score's right there, Benny. Dan, gaan kyk bietjie vir ons wat se score daar asseblief.
Okay, so
Dis reg. Dan wees lazy boy. Four all after how many ends? 6?
this is this men's championship is wide open. The only team that cannot win at this stage is Robertson, Mark and Cully,
Yeah.
because they haven't won a game.
They haven't won a game.
So that's that in itself is a turn up for the books.
There's also a good reply here. Just a little bit. I must say Jill has been playing very well the last couple of ends. So actually made it on the mat. After 7. Alright, we'll just do a quick update on the score there. There you go. Ceres team is Marieke van der Berg and Charmaine Mostert. And the LCE team consists of Elma Lowe
Joel
and Jill McKelgan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Jill McKelgan. Okay. Oops, I got that big.
2009. This is really going to go down to the wire, yeah.
Coming back. Swinging, swinging. Yeah, that should be good. Could be the shot. Oh,
So just to give you some insight on this particular game. Before this game, Mariki and Charmaine was on 4 plus 6. You
Yeah.
get 2 points for a win, so they go at 4 plus 6. Alma is playing against them, was on 2 plus 9.
okay.
So they had a better plus, but only with the 2 points. That
Okay.
means if they win here, they'll obviously stay with a bigger plus,
Yeah.
because they already got a bigger plus. And Mariki will go worse than plus 6. But Elsie
Yeah,
is
here comes a
storming
good ball.
ahead.
Here comes good ball. Just a little bit.
Elsie was on 12-1 after 6 ends. So that brings them into the equation as well. They also go to 4 with they're on +1, but they're on a huge plus in the game.
Yeah.
So they'll go up a lot. So this could go absolutely down to the wire on
On
net.
shot aggregate.
Yeah. The same with the men. Wynand was on 4 plus 3. Herman Fourie from LCE was on 2 plus 6, so a better plus, but with 2 points. So
Yeah.
they would win against Garth,
Yeah.
then they'll have a bigger plus if Wynand loses. The same with Garth Till. He's on a -1, but if Wynand loses, he'll go from +3 to
Yeah.
whatever, and Garth will pick up, so Garth can win it. So at this stage, with Garth being in front and Wynand being well down,
Yeah.
Garth and Jock Prince is
The favourites to win
the
it.
favourites. With the women, it's very, very close. It's still in Ceres' own hands.
Yeah.
You know,
Ceres
if they
must
win,
win.
if they win, they win.
Oh, what a nice ball.
Win.
Hey, just.
Very
Oh, it's
interesting.
must say it's not easy conditions. The wind is it's giving a little bit of a pump. The green is quite slick. It bends on both hands. So if you don't get your weight correct, then you slide just that little bit past, which is just too much to get his shot. Mariki looking good, but just sliding that little bit past again. Not sure it could be the shot. Okay. Oh yes. What's this?
Naboomspruit.
Okay, lekker.
My gesin is daar.
Okay. Die lekkerste van so 'n bosveldstorm, jy sien hom aankom, hy klap en hy knetter en dan is dit alles afgekoel en dan sit
Yes,
hulle
en as dit windstil
beautiful.
daarna en is skoon en dit
Beautiful.
ruik so lekker.
Ja, ek mis die bosveld. Daai reuk.
Ja.
Okay, ek dink daarso nou weet ek nie. Die stryter een benefit gewoonlik. So dit kan skoot af wees. Ja, Jill sê I think they've got it.
Ja.
Is op die angle definitief. Oh, there you go. That's the shot. Definitely now.
Could be
So,
two.
Could be two, but that is definitely the one. Everyone's on a good track, yeah, all in the white.
Just a bit heavy.
I think that is two. I think Joel knows it too. Yeah, 2 shots there. To
Twice as
Ceres.
nice. Before they started playing, they had a long look there at the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah.
Mariki and Charmaine.
Okay.
So they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
They
what they need to do.
And
Okay.
they looked at the aggregate and they knew if Elsie and Lucille wins and they lose, it's going to be a problem. So they just know they have to win it.
Yeah.
Especially what's going. They'll be looking next door. What's going on? But they're both experienced players. Mariki more so than Charmaine, but they're both experienced. And I think they'll keep a cool head. Is that coming back from Charmaine? Not quite. Good weight. That looks to be a good line from Joel. Might be a tad heavy, but from the inside and number 1 and close. Mine just slightly heavy. That's a different. Can't believe that's holding.
Oh.
That's why it's holding, because it's ditch weight. Huh. Best back ever.
It's in the ditch.
Ah, it fell. Okay, I thought it stopped.
Sien jy daai?
Yeah. Ma
Some of you might ask why there's only a link on the Facebook page to go to the YouTube to watch the video. We have just found it a little bit better to do some editing and work after the matches, and yeah, so it's easier to share a link. Everyone doesn't have Facebook, but the link, if you have internet, then you can go watch the game, so you don't need Facebook. So that's why we've decided to do the main broadcast to YouTube, and then we share the link through YouTube, and then we share the link through our pages. We hope to have in the new year look at an Instagram page, but that is in the new year, hopefully to do that. But I think for now we're good to go at how we're currently carrying on. There are some of you that follow our page, that are watching. If you go follow our page, you will see there's also a shop where you can buy some shirts and stuff that is available there. The last order is going on Monday, so if you want shirts for this year still, please, order should be in by Monday. And then the power pairs also, we are full currently, so there is a list as well for backup. So thank you very much for all the support there. Power pairs seem to be very popular, and I know the format where the leads get rewarded if they hold the shot after the end has been played, or after they have played, then they get points. And this year, that lead that gets the most points, he wins 2,000 rand. So that's quite a number of money. That's in keeping the leads in the game.
Yeah.
Nothing so much than being a lead, chucking your 2 balls and that's it. And then no one speaks to you or nothing.
Yeah, and sometimes they're very close, but
Yeah.
when you walk up to the head, they're not there anymore.
They're not there anymore.
And then your skip forget
Yeah.
that it was there.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, being a lead is a very difficult position to play. It's not easy, and you have to be. It's a skill that a trade that you can go and work on.
Yeah,
And,
we're talking specifically fours.
Yeah.
When you're leading in fours,
Yeah.
that's
You know, you've got 2 bowls. You need to set this whole thing up, and people think it's a skip that win it. I bet you 9 times out of 10 it's the leads that were setting it up that have won it for them. Oh, she's looking so good. Oh, just a little bit of a inside that.
another thing, Paul. That king of the rink, that was it Helderberg?
Yeah.
Who went through there?
Okay, eventually it was Mitch Vogts from Stellenbosch. He's also an ex-Namibia player.
Okay.
Or played in Namibia. He went through. Yeah, and there, we were caught at that break in COVID where we had in the middle of this year, that 4 weeks of hard lockdown. That killed about 6 of the qualifiers. So we struggled and battled all the way around. So finally, what the decision was made that the final will be played on the 8th and 9th of August next year. It's a Monday and a Tuesday, but the Tuesday is a public holiday. So the finalists that go through are all prepared to take a day's leave, or some of them are
Okay, so
retired.
it's moved to August next year. So there won't be a
final this year, unfortunately, because there are still 6 qualifiers that we need to be done.
Okay.
Now that is the reason why. If we could have, and if you go look at the calendars of all the districts, then there's no room.
Yeah.
There is no room. The Gauteng Open couldn't wait for any lockdown to be lifted so that they can take up. They took up a lot of weekends with their pairs, the mixed pairs, the singles, and the fours. So. That's a lot of weekends that were taken. So that was the problem. So now all the qualifiers, those 6 that are there for next year, they are going to be played on the 16th of June next year. So there's that date. The venues to be confirmed, we'll find them around Gauteng area. Maybe Mpumalanga has also expressed interest. So maybe have a qualifier there, and then so those guys can. Have that qualifier on that date, and then we'll play the finals on the 8th and 9th.
Okay.
Well, we had to do that because there is just no dates where most of the people are available. The calendars are super full.
I know that.
The districts have taken every single day that is available. And we can't have one day. We need 2 days for the final, and that is a bit of a bug. So, let's see how it goes.
That last end was 1 to Ceres.
8-9, 8-4.
Yeah.
After 9.
Have a quick look in there at the men.
Yeah, the men is on a knife's edge there because Boland, who hasn't lost a game, they won both their games, were down to the team that have lost both their games. And then the next door, we'll hear what Garth now says, but the next door game, what Bresler says, but if Garth wins there, he might just sneak the competition. So if Boland loses, of course, I'm not sure what the score is there. There's a lot of red ones around the jack. If you see on the screen there, the guy that stands like a teapot, that is a Cully. Second team on the left there. It's all red bowls there. There's the white one there. That is Dad Boland, and the rest is all. But there's a Mark. Mark also plays with red. Now I'm confused. I don't know who's. Is that Mark's first bowl? No, can't be. There's 5. We'll have to wait for Wayne to come back. Right, some people to thank. Let's just go to our thank you screen. There you go. We thank Personal Trust. They have made it possible for this broadcast, and then also to the yard. They are the guys that bought us these, sponsored us the equipment that we can use. Let me just do this quickly, if you just give me a moment. So when you are up in Gauteng, please go and support them. And if you need a place to stay, go stay at the Bowler's house, man. There's Gardner. He's one of the directors. He taught this place there. So you go and pop in there, and you will the peace and tranquility of the place. There you go. The Yard Country Lodge. It's in Kailami, I think. Kailami area. So a lot of horses and meadows, and so it's peace and tranquility basically in the middle of the Gauteng. So that is absolutely a stunning place to go. Right, Bresler's back, so exciting stuff. Bresi, what is? Let's just get you on screen first.
Unfortunately, Wynand and Andrew, for them, they're down 18-9 after 14 ends, playing the last end.
So they're not going to win it.
They cannot win it anymore because of their small plus.
Yeah.
Garth Till is up 10-4 after 9 ends, and they had a -1. So it looks at this stage if they will.
If he wins it,
he wins it by a reasonable.
If he wins it by 2, because he's still going to pip
yes.
Herman.
Yes.
And Wynand's only got 3, and Wynand's going to stay on 4, but he's going to drop on shot aggregate a couple numbers. He's going to end up on a minus.
On a minus.
So Garth just has to win.
He just got to win, yeah.
That is the mathematical truth.
Yep.
On the end there, the team, right, the guy with the red cap, the Liverpool cap, a big Liverpool supporter as well.
He's in the mix in the Boland, for the Boland veteran side.
Yeah, which I actually think you should have checked, because that guy doesn't look a day over 60. So I said to him, he's cheating.
Quite fit.
Yeah, he's fit.
So it's nice. I'm on that selection committee.
Okay.
And it's nice to see the guys that are in the picture performing.
Yeah.
In the two-ball veterans, we had Tommy van die Kerk, also an old stalwart.
Oh yes, yeah.
He won the two-ball singles, just putting his hand up and waving it again, Yeah. So it's good. It's nice too. And Gaf, I don't know if you know Gaffy. He's back. He's back. He's also in the veteran group. He came second in the two-ball. His first competition that he entered
as a veteran.
Coming back from his little holiday.
Okay.
He didn't play for a couple of years. Went on the road with his.
Here's a slider.
With his RV.
Okay.
So he's back.
Didn't he retire from the correctional services?
Yes. Yeah. So he retired, and him and his wife, he bought a nice camper van.
Yeah.
And they went on the road. They went all over South Africa, and then they went up to Namibia. And for a good year or so, he didn't play much bowls, and then he came back and he recommitted to bowls, and I'm so happy to have him.
Yeah.
You know him. He's an old bowler. He played many years.
Yeah, he's a national champion.
He's a national champ. In Bears, yeah. So that's only a good thing for Boland.
Now there's a couple of other old toppies that also start playing with Gaffy.
Yeah, two of them played here today.
Yeah, you need to get them
acting
their age.
Cully, and then you got old Stoffel and Johan du Plessis. They're all over 60.
Oh my word, piracy, straight down robbery. That could be 3. Those things happen. Ja, jy gaan met 'n klein getal doen.
Ja. But you never know, eh? I mean, it was 10-4 to Garth there after 9. There's 6 hands left. You never know what happens. I mean,
For sure.
so what happens if Herman wins by 1? Then he wins
If
it because
Herman
he's got a
wins,
plus
yeah,
6.
if Herman wins by anything, he wins it.
Yeah.
Because he's got the best plus.
Yeah.
Just a bit light. I say the wind has been the most quiet since we've been broadcasting here.
Umbrella's not even
Alright,
flipping.
don't worry, just walk in front of the camera. Okay, together.
Old Butch.
Yeah, Butch.
That's his, he can do what he wants.
Seems like it.
That looks like a good line from Charmaine. I think that's the
Yeah, Mariki also likes it. Guides it home.
spot on line. You could just see.
it's a very-
Well played. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and Garth is yelling, come on, so he must have
Yeah,
played.
must have had a good shot there. Yeah, but it didn't work off. Still shot down. The wimpy with the pipe set is still holding his
He
chest.
must have been many down if he if he has that reaction.
Yeah, for sure. Wimpy in the ditch again on the side there. Okay, let's see.
Charmaine, good line again. Good line again.
All in the way.
That is spot on. Brilliant ball. Maybe just sliding. But that's good.
But again, now,
In the
is
end.
it good? Now you say, how good must you change? How little did you have to change
Yeah.
to make that a perfect shot? So,
Yeah.
And with conditions, you can do that perfect shot and halfway down the wind gusts and your perfect shot's gone.
It is not, yeah. It's also, she's just
hang
hanging.
out, eh?
But I think it must be heavy.
Because it just made it bend around that.
What's this doing? This might be a little bit quicker, is it not? Yeah. But for them, they're in control of this game.
Yeah.
If Charmaine keeps on putting balls in
the
around the
area.
jack,
That's it.
that'll be good enough.
You
Mariki will
drop
just
one.
add, if, that's very narrow.
That was good weight, it seems. That's
Uiteindelijk vir die ouens al binne dit gaan opsit. Streaming.
Ek gaan doen dit.
Ja.
Right. Bracey's just gone off quickly to set the final ends up on the laptop. So that the guys that have finished can watch inside the club. And I think he's starting to get thirsty as well, so maybe that's a good thing. Lubrication for the throat. Oh, what a good ball. That's counting. Must be 2. Definitely holding 2, 3. Ben says it's 3. I also fancy that purple at the back. At 11 o'clock there. Where's my drawing stick? That one. I like that one as well.
Ja, dit sit almal hier buite.
Wow.
Wie lê daar agter Mariki weer?
Ja. Ek dink hulle lê 2 of 3. 3. Ja, as hy eers begin swaai op daai enetjie. Een in, een uit miskien. As hulle die wind hoor aan die sambreel Wat ek asseblief wees net geduldig wees. So hy het net so 'n bietjie opgetel. Lyk goed daar. Okay, nou
Second shot. Mariki, I think that's a good line for her.
It's definitely a good line. All in the weight.
Oh,
Just traveling a bit.
just a bit.
Good Christmas, Willems. I was by naby.
Dis nou 'n taamlike wyntjie wat hier opkom.
Right. Ja, God, so game op punt, daar is nog nie gedan en dusted
Ja, ek
nie.
wil nou gou gaan kyk wat is die
Ja, gaan
telling
doen
nog.
asseblief. Gee, gaan kry vir ons 'n koeldrank. Net 'n bietjie hard. Moenie die nee, wow. Hier is 120,000 change. Jy het gesê die wenner lê nou daar.
It's 10.
Behalwe as hulle piel.
As hulle if they peel then why not and
Right,
under
so-
ones because they got 4 points they can only go to 3 then. It's 10-6 there at the moment, but Herman is lying 2 shots. The skip's still got to play their bowls, but there's 4 ends left there, so
Ja.
it could go all the way. Yeah, so Paulie, we talked about this format of
Yeah.
finals, but this is now an example of how exciting a round robin final can become and be.
Yeah.
But it can also be just as dull. You know,
Ja, it depends on that last game.
Ja.
Bijna. Ja,
Ja.
ach,
Ja,
Brewster. Now, if that final game, if you walk over the opponent, then, but if you are battling, and then that brings everyone into
yeah,
the game.
yeah.
There might be 2 down there now. Hier kom
But
Julian?
in
ja,
In some
that
way,
is the
I-
shot.
I think there's just something more about a final.
Ja, no, to play towards a final.
Yeah, and that final game, there's just something in it more exciting than this. But I mean, it's interesting. I don't know how many other provinces do it this way. I think we're unique because we got these 3 sub-districts and we're all far from each other.
No, I know. Limpopo,
Mm.
they have a Waterberg region, and they have a Rooibok or Impala region or something. They also have mini sub-districts,
Yeah.
and then your champions go there.
Yeah, and also then round
But
robin.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Bresler, you guys are sitting with a distance problem.
That's the
See,
that's
so
the
The way to make it work for you is this way, because like we discussed earlier, if you go and do it at the West Coast, you're not going to have the guys from Overberg enter.
Yeah.
And if you're having it in Bredasdorp, the guys from Langerbaan's not going to enter because they don't want to drive all that way. So, but again, you can still do that, you know, the knockouts, and then just play finals. You know, you qualify for that final, and then you play there. It's knockout. Then no round robin.
Yeah. Yeah, the only difference is with, you know, if we do it knockout, we have to, you know, play the semis, but your losers must play another game. The whole thing about this round robin in Boland is because you don't want your players traveling from West Coast to come here and they lose in the first game and that's it. You know, that's why this whole thing was created, for them to have at least the 3 games. But I think, that's my personal view, is that it can work with knockouts, but your losers are guaranteed a second game and they play for 3rd place.
Yeah. You know, maybe a plate.
Maybe a plate.
A plate can do that, because
you
then you can
bring 8.
Yeah, then you can bring more players.
You can bring,
you know,
8
so,
and you have your quarters and the losers going to the plate.
Yeah.
So there's ways.
But
The thing that comes with the traveling, it comes with the cost of traveling these days.
Yeah. Just for one game. That's the main thing.
You
travel,
have to make it worth it, and that
Yeah.
was why this decision was taken many years ago. When we were 4 zones when I started playing,
Okay.
and that changed into 3, made it just a little bit different now.
Yeah.
And I think we had that time when we had the 4, we had 2 from each zone, so we had the 8, and it worked a little bit differently. But we have to adapt to the times, and you know, streaming, you know, games that we never used to do. I mean, this is a
Oh, te veel bier, man.
was dit nou net die bankie
Ja,
gebreek?
hy was al gebreek gewees. Né? Hierso. Mooi hoor. Nee, man, hy is gebreek hier gewees. In elk geval.
In elk geval. Maar die
ons,
keer wat weer uitstekende skoot speel.
Ja, ons kan weer ook gesels in verband met daai Western Cape Bowls, nee, waar you've got a Western Cape Champion of Champion finals, and you have all the sub-districts, of which Boland is no longer any one of them. It's Overberg, Winelands, yeah?
Yeah.
And then Western Cape, the Western Province, is also no longer. It is southern suburbs, northern suburbs, say False Bay. And Eden is divided in 2 districts, so that they also do their travelling, the ones that are closest together and the further apart. So you can do that, and all of them have their competitions. You have your champions,
and they come
and then they go to a place every year, a different year, and you have
for a weekend. You
Yeah.
know, you have the whole championships over
with the first 2 days
over
of pairs, the next 2 days of trips, and the next 2 days are singles. So,
and then you keep your competitions in your
Yeah.
our sub districts.
Yeah.
And then you just get together.
you get
for
your
that.
winner, yeah. And
Look,
they all
I mean
go.
that's complicated because Boland, you know, does exist as
for sure, no, for sure.
and recognized by Bowls SA,
Yeah.
and that's where obviously the issues is around, because as long as Bowls SA only accepts, or you know, those 10-20 districts, you have to have that. You have to have a Boland.
No, for sure. But we have been pressured, or pressure have been put on us as a district or area to become one sporting body. So
Yeah.
it's Western
Yeah.
Cape Sport,
Yes.
and under Western Cape Sport, so that is the way that they are moving into.
Yeah.
So,
And all other sports,
yeah,
netball, all those sports are
Yeah.
already like that.
Yeah.
It's Western Cape. It's Overberg playing their thing, and then
Yeah.
there's a Western Cape. There's no
Yeah.
Boland.
yeah. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Boland must fall away. They can still have your interdistricts where they make
Yeah.
the Boland sides and the Western Province sides and the Eden
You
sides.
just don't have that competitions anymore.
Yeah.
Finals anymore,
Yeah.
like this we're
Yeah.
having today.
It's all Western Cape champion
Yeah.
of championships
And
your
your Overberg,
yeah,
Guanans.
your sub-district champion.
Yeah.
But you're the same as if if you win the Overberg, then you're still not bad.
Yeah, and imagine winning that Western Cape
Yeah.
championship.
That's a
that,
big title.
that'll be
That's a big
a
title.
prestigious event.
That must be one of the bigger titles in South Africa to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting thoughts, Paul.
It's just how I puzzle together this way of them thinking of the doing away, or just getting one sporting body.
Yeah.
So there must be method behind that madness. I'm just speculating what it could be. It's 1-2 LCE, eh?
Jullie hebben gezien met jouw shot, dat zijn een foil. Want ze hebben 3 geweest.
Is it?
Ja, en toen, maar ik heb 3 geweest, toen kom dit alleen in een ander. En nu ze die 3 uit die pad hebben, zit met die enige. Zit ze met die enige.
Okay.
Ja, ons het nou so lekker gesels, ons het nou 'n great shot gemis, maar gelukkig het ons iemand hier langs ons wat ons
Ja.
kon inlig.
Ja, en dit is gerekord, so ons kan dit weer vir julle wys. As hulle dit gaan soek, gaan kyk. Ek sien nogal uit na Ceres. Ek was nog nooit daar gewees nie. By die
Ons
Robbel.
het
Ek was nog glad nie in Ceres gewees eers.
Ja. Ek het laas jaar ek en my mensies van Caledon,
O ja.
Edwel en
Ja, Petula.
Petula.
Hoe gaan met dit?
Ja, nee, goed, alright. Ja, ons het laas jaar daar gespeel en ons het tweede gekom, maar ek dink nie ek speel die jaar nie waarvan ek weet nie.
Dalk is dit hoekom jy dit tweede gekom. Ek
As
gaan
gevolg-
er 'n ander ou
so,
try hierdie jaar.
Ons kon
dalk
gewen
ons
het
wen.
as dit nie vir my was. Ek dink jy's reg, ek dink die vorige jaar het iemand anders gespeel waar ek gespeel het en ek dink hulle het dit gewen.
Oh,
En toe moes ek instaan die volgende
Oh,
jaar.
okay.
Toe kom ons nou maar net tweede. So
Alright.
nou is ek seker my plek kwyt.
Okay.
Petula, as jy luister, laat weet my maar.
Ja, ek is
Lekker toernooi daai, lekker toernooi.
Ek is nie presies seker van die datum. Dis ek dink die 4 en die 5de Desember.
Ja. En dan die 12de speel Boland teen WP, né?
Ja.
Maar jy
Waar sou
sê
hulle?
dit gaan ek praat onder korreksie. Ek het iets gehoor van dat dit nee, wag, ek gaan nie sê nie. Ek kan nie.
Ja, maar is dit
Is
in
dit
die Kaap?
Helderberg dan?
In die Kaap.
Ek dink
ja.
in Helderberg.
Nee, ek dink dit is by ons. Ja, ek sal miskien kyk as ek niks doen daai dag nie. Dalk kom saai ek dit uit.
Ja, ek meen, jy gaan jou beste spanne. WP spanne is laag gekies, het ek gesien.
Ja, ek dink dit is vir daai kompetisie, vir
Ja.
daai toernooi. Ek weet
Ja.
nie of dit die finale spanne
Nou,
is nie.
probably not.
Maar so ek weet nie hoe ver die ouens is. Ek is nie meer betrokke daar nie. Ek hou my neus uit dit uit.
Yeah. I think Boland, we usually select our sides for the inter-districts before that
Ja.
practice. So
Okay.
the sides that are picked are the sides that will play in
Ja.
March.
I think that's best way to do it. I don't think you should use that as still go there as a trial. Because now you're not playing as a team, you're playing against each
Yes.
other.
Yeah.
So pick the
Yeah,
sides. We used to do that.
For us, it's the sides are picked because we pick it much later than other
Yeah.
provinces. But you have to have the opportunity to play with each other,
Yeah.
and we use that. And there's also one in January.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, I think, and that's this side.
All right.
Where we play against Province. It used to be in the old days we had Eden as well.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it was,
played
that
in that.
was a bloody
It was
good tournament. That, and we
and
also
prior
went to
that
George.
was,
eh?
yeah, and
That
prior
was
to
a-
that it was EP.
Yeah,
When
Yes,
I
yeah.
started our first, my first outing was at Worcester
Mm.
where we played against EP.
Border as well.
Yeah,
Border.
I wasn't there with Border,
Okay,
but it was
but I
EP,
think Border was in
EP,
George.
Eden, us and Boland.
Yeah.
So that's when I started.
Yeah.
And then the costs, you know.
That's it. That
and that
killed
was
it.
first it
killed
was EP that didn't come
Yeah.
anymore, and then eventually Eden. So
We had you weren't part of that. We went to George every year, also as a pre-thing,
Mm.
where I think EP and border.
Western
As-
Province was it?
Eden or Suid, wat was
Ja.
hulle, Suid-Kaap then?
Suid-Kaap. It wasn't Western Province.
No, they weren't there. That was also a brilliant tournament, and where the guys went, there as teams,
Yeah.
and it was team building, and it was a
important.
weekend thing, so you had to spend the night together, and you sort out the
All the nati gratis and whatever.
and the party animals, and
Yeah. Ach, but I see
it
that
was big, huge fun.
Yeah.
Those tournaments.
Brennan and them up in Gauteng North,
Mm.
they've got a couple of mini inter-districts and what they are playing. Then it's all Gauteng provinces. They play against each other in a mini districts,
Yes.
and so they've got a couple of those
Yeah,
competitions
but they're
going
close,
on.
man. Like,
Yeah,
they're
that's
close.
the
They can
thing.
do it.
That's the thing.
They can do it. But at least Boland and Province is still keeping it up when we're playing against each other.
But you know what? Eden is not that far.
Oh, good shot.
Eden is not that far. They can join us.
Yeah.
Can definitely join us.
I have to say I miss those trips to George.
Yeah.
It was real good bowls, serious bowls. But also you get to, I think that's where I don't know you guys, but we have a very good relationship with the Eden
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
And I think it comes from those days.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
a sort of a bond between the districts. And it would be nice to go back there.
Yeah.
We used to have a night in the hostels and stuff. But, I know.
Oudtshoorn. Stay in Oudtshoorn or so.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Those are good days. Oh, she's got something there. Oh, just too much. So
Yeah. Absolutely on target, eh? Just not the result.
Okay, but it also depends on your sporting body, your sporting code, and how you get funding.
Yeah, it's all about that. Yeah.
we-
It's all about funding.
I heard this week that Malaysia is doing a 3-month trip before the Commonwealth Games, going there in preparation. They are 6 months on the road. They are now 3 months doing some places in South Africa and 2 other countries where they are, England and so. And then 3 months prior to the competition, then they go to Birmingham and they stay there and they play around in all those clubs and counties and whatever. It's 3 months preparation. You know how much money that costs the government? And the government's funding that all. They are not paying 1 cent out of their pocket. So, and they're not winning that many medals at this stage. So, but the backing is there for, and it's going to pay off eventually. It will pay off.
Look at this ball.
Oh, what a beautiful.
Oh, what a try.
Unfortunately, we do not have that funding. Not
No.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out
And
a plan.
I don't know what the answer is. You look at Australia and New Zealand.
Participation.
The game is growing.
Yeah,
It's growing.
participation. It is participation. You can, because
Mariki.
Oh, my word.
Played. Brilliant ball. Here the game is some people say dying,
Yeah,
and as a sport in other countries it's flying.
we're down to 19,000.
So something's
were
got
70.
has got to be done differently. I think there it's a business. I mean, it's everybody that works in the bowls industry, they do it basically for a living.
For a living, yeah, there are opportunities.
It's a professional sport, and I think that basically is the difference. Why it's the difference? There's a lot of reasons for that, but
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Paris. And I speak a little bit of experience, and if I offend people, please don't. It's not my intention, really. But with the broadcasting and that. Most people expect us to do it for free, for the love of the game. That is what.
But that's the whole
it's the
thing.
love of the game.
Everybody who plays in this bowls in this country and works in whatever way, for bowls.
Yeah.
Do it for the love. It's sort of a gesegde. You know, it's a
Butch, you're right in front of the camera, bro. Please, man.
What camera?
Both.
yeah, for the love of the game. I have heard that so many times.
Yeah, and
Since I
you know,
started
there it's. I don't say it's the same, but there again, there's a lot of opportunities to work and earn money in the business. You know, in the game.
Yeah.
You know, costing these equipment and all of that. It's not those things. You know, this is 100,000 rand worth of equipment. Someone needs to pay it. You know, it needs to be funded. So.
You look at the national events, like the Premier League in Australia, that indoor.
Yeah.
It's huge. It is absolutely huge. It's just as big as rugby or anything.
The whole
People
approach.
support that.
Yeah. We've got a couple of challenges. Yeah.
Our national championships are not even broadcast.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different press. It's
No,
our sport
no,
is
there's
different
obviously
to our-
reasons for why. I'm just stating
Yeah,
the obvious.
yeah, no, for sure. Their setup is a little bit way different than what ours are. You know, we've got come with historical things, you know, politics and that. It's a white man's sport, and you know all of that. We've got all of that. That is counting against us. You can't become a professional in the sport in our country. You know, in Australia, you're also not a professional, but you work for bowls. You know, at the clubs and so forth. Now their club structures are
Great bowl
also
from Joel.
nice bowl there. Their club structures are also a bit different. It's more centres, sports centres, where there are
It's business.
businesses.
It's
a
business
business related.
orientated.
They've got the casino.
Yes,
You know.
yes, yeah.
For instance, if
Yeah.
I can say the best is to say that you put bowling greens next to Grand West, and that's your
Yeah,
club.
yeah.
You know, so
Yep,
all
yep,
those facilities are there. So it's a bit different. That's why you can work in bowls there, because you know there's a lot of things are also placed on Jack Attack, which is like a social bowls thing where people come and play. You don't have to be an Australian Bowls member, and you know all of that. They play for I think $5 or $10, and then you get a Barbie or a beer or something like that, and then you play your game. And it's a Sunday morning. You can go as mates and take 2 or 3 friends and go play around the bowls. They supply everything. You know, so it's a social game to be played, like action cricket or action netball. That is how they also approach it. So, because one thing that we have, look at our business leagues. Business leagues are sold out all over South Africa in any district.
They're keeping,
All right?
I would say, 90% of all our clubs alive.
All right. So,
Financially.
but very few of them become members of the club.
Very
Why?
few.
Why? Why can't we turn those players into members? Because as soon as they get to the club as not the social bowls thing, then it's the serious, then we are the serious people that are, don't step off the bank and don't wear your hat like that, and your shoes must be like that. As soon as that starts, then they leave. All right. And then they all go and say, no wonder it's an old man's game. So if we can keep those people from, not saying from, give them a decision to play socially or to become a full member. But you can't charge him full membership if he's not going to play, doesn't want to play Western Province or any of those competitions.
He doesn't want to play serious bowls. He wants to play social bowls for fun.
The evening games when there's not even tabs in. It's a social thing. So we want to give those guys the opportunity. Then our clubs will grow, because our clubs will become places where people go to relax, have a drink, have a social game of bowls, not old tannies moaning and complaining, just having fun.
No, stay out of the head, you're only the lead.
Yeah, exactly. So once we've created that, because I always take Malmesbury as one of the biggest examples. They have 400 people playing in their social league, and their club have 13 members. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. People love bowls, but why don't we? So there must be a problem with becoming the member part, and that is what we must address. That's what I think.
I agree with you.
Is sort out the strict membership. That membership idea and just make it flexible and movable, and so that we all can be able to play. Get the guy off the street to just come and play the role without being too. Like, if your shoes are fine, then it's good to go.
Yeah. No, I agree, Paul. Absolutely agree with that.
Don't miss the opportunity to market our game,
Yeah.
and don't put all of these red tape around it. I can drop a couple.
Oh, I burnt in. I'm just gonna check the score there.
Give an update there. They must be in trouble. Yeah. All right. Right. Okay, just behind the. I'll have a look there. The men's game there at the end, we can just. No, sorry for that. Sorry. Just put the door off. The men's game, we just there in the top corner there. Oh my word, Mariki drew the shot there. The winner of that game will win the tournament. Will become the Boland Pairs champion. Shamaine, just a little bit in there you go. Nog 'n bietjie links, Shamaine. Dankie.
That game is getting interesting. It's 10-8.
Still for Garth?
Still to Garth.
Yeah.
I think they had about they were lying 4, I think,
Okay.
and Herman burnt it.
Okay.
So he just kept them in the game.
All right. Yes, yeah, Mariki just played a cracker again, the previous one, to draw the shot. There's a nice shot to play. Can it bend? Nah. Just not. Okay. Want to Ceres? Mariki. Check it raw. 12-5, not 12. No? Okay. All right. So a full house will bring us another end. Okay. Full house will bring us another end. That means they have to pick up 8 shots LCE, and that will get them level, and then they will have to play an extra end. Any ball off the green dead or that for LCE is the end of the game, and they can shake hands, and it will be Ceres will be the champions. But that is why. Right on top there, Shamaine, that's how you start the final end, is to seal it. Difficult to drop 8 shots when you're close as that. I want to say thank you to our broadcast sponsors. Personal Trust have made the sponsor available for Boland, and I can do this because the Yard Country Lodge up in Gauteng is our sponsor, making it possible. We say thank you to them. And if you're up in Gauteng and need a place to stay, give them a shot. It's a bowler, they know what your needs would be, and you can have a nice chat. Good coach as well. All right, Gillian trying to keep them in the game. Chill. Just a foot short. Still not in their favour. Charmaine has set it up perfectly. She can get inside that. She should be close. Inside it. Ja. Ja.
Hy skiet net.
Oh, then they got
Dan gaan hy weer vir die brand.
Ja, ek weet nie hoe het wat hulle vir Charmaine daar van die balletjie afgekry nie. Dit moes 'n goeie skoot gewees het van Jill. Lekker positief. Ek sal like om replays te kon doen. Ja. Sal een of ander tyd 'n program kry wat dit kan doen. Of as 'n ou tegniese spannetjie het, dis actually waar dit inkom. Maar ja, nou terwyl jy besig is, net terug gaan na jou recording.
Exactly,
Ja.
ja.
Wat? Ons is 'n tegniese span hierso. Ja, Bresler was in hoërskool tegniese hoërskool Tomlade en ek in tegniese hoërskool Springs. Ek lieg.
Gelukkig lieg jy, ja.
Ja, nee. Ja. Bresler raak baie tegnies met 'n kwas, verfkwas. Dit kan ek vir julle sê. Ek het al sy werk gesien. Ja, hier gaan die oom nou weer klap.
Ja, hy het hulle in die lewe gehou, die vorige kop, hy sal dit weer moet doen.
Hy's naby.
And he's got it again. Jesus, he's... Huh? 6 times. 6 burns. Ja. Burnt ends, hè? Burnt end promotions.
Dankie tog. Ergens word burnt ends weer toegelaat. Die hele Kaap het ons geban, ons mag dit nou nie meer burnt ends nie.
Ah,
Ja.
seriously, and you'll province
spot.
competitions as well.
Free spot.
I saw that somewhere in Facebook there was a discussion on.
Ek het geen probleem daarmee nie. Toe ek begin rolbal speel het ek nie geweet van gebrande koppe nie. So ek sal maar net weer so gaan speel. Maar weer eens, oud vir my eendag gevra, jy weet ek hou van bietjie styf speel, Chris.
Ja.
Maar oud vir my gevra, ja, nou hoe gaan jy nou speel en sê, ek weet nie wat nie. Ek speel volgens die reëls. Ek het per reël gespeel om die koppe te brand want die reël het my toegelaat daarvoor.
Yeah, exactly.
As die reël vir my toelaat om die kop op die 2 meter te laat tel, dan gaan ek 'n bal op die 2 meter sit. So ek gaan speel volgens wat die reël is.
Well, the only change is you just put one on the 2 meter first and then you burn it.
Yeah, sure. So
You just have to use another bowl to cover the 2 meter spot first, that's all.
What I like about respotting there, of a respotting way that they do, oh, here goes a nice ball, but she needs 8.
Oh, someone still has it. You know the old way was the spots on the sides.
That I love.
I like that because that made more sense to me. You burn it that side,
yeah.
You know, the jack goes that side.
Yeah, it adds. That is, you know what? Actually, is that the rule in the King and Queen? But it never got applied because some of the clubs didn't have the, they didn't spot it. They didn't do the markings beforehand. So some clubs played with the side spots and some didn't.
Okay.
And then I just decided, all right, just leave the side spots because it's easier to have one. Because everyone needs to be the same.
Absolutely.
But I like the side spots.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's another dimension that you can play because you can play towards burning it there. It's not just burning it. You play to burn
what I also like about I think you do it in the burnt end, you can give the mat away.
Yeah, but true.
Now when I started playing, that was a rule. you could
Only
give
for
it
2
away.
years. It was only for 2 years that they did
Yeah.
that.
And I, when I played singles, would always keep the mat
Yeah.
because I prefer to
Yeah.
play my length and nail my first.
Yeah, but that's
good.
it. You know, people
But
say,
it's nice to have the option to give it away.
Yeah, that
And
is
I
a-
always liked it when they gave me the mat.
Yeah. For me, it was you as winning the end.
You must keep
You
control.
you must decide
Yeah.
what you want to do. You must
Yeah.
get the benefit from winning
Yeah,
the end.
you must
and
keep
that is
control
the
of the next end. And how do you keep control? By
mat.
deciding
If you
what
want to keep the mat
the
or not.
possession of the mat.
Yeah. So it doesn't. There you go.
Oh,
But you need 8 there at the back, Danny.
Only got 3.
Yeah, there's only 3. Yeah, you can.
Well done, girls.
There you go.
okay. So
Alright.
that's
That's the ladies done.
That's
Moenie
it
so
then.
gou asseblief.
Paulie will have to do a
Oh, we're gonna wait and see if we can maybe do some.
interview.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do interviews. No, we can. You want to?
You can
Alright.
do an interview.
Well, we can have them sit here
Yeah,
next to us,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you can switch on the
Yes,
that
yeah.
cam, and then you can do that.
We'll just
I'll
have to.
put the camera on the side, on that corner there. Right, so congratulations to the ladies
yeah,
from Ceres.
Mariki van der Berg and Charmaine Mostert. Well done. We're going to hang around. The men's games are still in, or the one game is still on the go there, and it's a tight finish there. So there's Paulie just. Yeah, you can see the game going on there. So, thanks, Paul. But,
Let you focus off.
yeah, very good. And I'm just going to quickly have a look at the score and then I'll come back and report.
Jy kan so lank hierdie kamera opstaan. There goes one.
Right, so it's
Okay.
still 10-8 because two ends were burned in a row there.
Okay.
And they're playing the 14th end. But it looks like Jock from Magalis is lying up.
2, yeah. He was holding 3, and then the wimpy clapped again, and one gone.
So
Now there's 2.
this is again the third end in a row, which is pivotal. I mean, this what depends on what happens here. That is Elma's lovely hair on the camera.
Is that all what is lovely?
It's a family show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's look. Garth just lost his bowl, and now Herman is on the mat. 2 down. He needs to get the shot here to make this game even more interesting. And he's, oh boy, another one out. Another one out. They got a couple of bowls left. So yeah, Garth's playing his second wood, and then Herman's got 2 left. Let's see.
Tonic of ice. You think you're drinking a gin?
Garth just delivered his bowl. And they're looking interested. Yeah. And he draws another one, so they got 2 there. So what's Herman's going to do?
Sien net dat ons gaan nou die goals.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a short interview with the champion girls now. They're just coming off the green.
As een bal oor, daar gaan nie nog 'n punt in breek.
Yeah, but there's another end, eh?
En nog 'n kop, ja. Skuif jy sommer oor, Bres. Skuif oor, kan hulle langs jou kom sit. Hierdie kant toe.
Marietjie,
Skuif jy die kant toe.
kom sit hier so.
Kom maar net so min. Net so bietjie kyk, wys net daai kop.
Net so kyk waar aan ek weer.
Kom sit vir hier so langs Marietjie, dan kan Bres gaan met jou gesels.
My lippe is aan sit.
Okay, sit jy lippies aan as jy moet. Marietjie, gee net vir
Kan
daai
jy
sak.
sien? Is dit nodig?
Daar sit. Jy kan sien
Wat is hier?
nee, daarso. Is jy kyk jy dat hulle almal albei pas, nee?
So.
We're good to go now.
Is jy in?
Right, while those guys are playing,
Dis 'n 10 kilos by.
we'll huh? Oh, shit. There you go. Right. There you go, kom ons
Dis
kyk.
hy. Hierso by my is die dames kampioene van die dag. Marietjie en Shamaine. Lekker. Het julle gespeel? Hoe voel dit of julle gespeel het?
Ja, nie my beste dag nie, maar ja, ons Marietjie het ons gehelp, ons het dit gedruk.
Nee, julle het mooi gespeel. Ek het van vanoggend af julle dop gehou en julle was definitief die span om te klop. So
Ambition vir die
So-
dag.
ja, unbeaten vir die dag. Definitief sonder twyfel die span van die dag. Baie geluk.
Baie dankie.
Ja, Shamaine, jy het die Champ of Champs gewen die jaar. Wat is iets wat ek gemis het? Jy was in die meesters
Ja, was ek derde.
derde, ja, ek het dit vroeër genoem. En Marietjie is die Masters Champ. Ja, so Marietjie is die vir 'n ervare speler is die baie skaam.
Ja.
Yeah, anyway, so well done and you deserve it and well played and yeah, it was a nice game to watch and commentate on. So
Thank you for your time.
until next time.
Dankie.
Looking
Well
forward
done,
to
ladies. Baie geluk daar.
Dankie.
Goeie game gewees.
Ja, ons praat nie van die weggooi balle nie.
Wat se naam? Garthel het nou 3 opgetel. So nou 10, 13, 8.
Kamera 3.
Kom ons sien jy met die so. Anders kan jy so. Okay. Ja.
Okay, so yes, ek kan sommer daai afval. So Agulhas must be 5 up then, eh? They picked up 3, did you say? So Agulhas in the men's game there, 5 up playing the last end. So if they can pick up the shot, they can even drop 4.
Kan jy altyd
And then
sien
they can
kop en die balle en die
yes,
you can
yeah. There's a wide angle for us. There's
Yeah.
Jock Prince on the mat there, and he'll just try and put something close. Be in the head. A little bit short still. There's lots of space. Andre with a good ball. Oh, well done. That's a shot for now. And Garth just telling Jockey there, all we need is something close, balls in the head. Like I say, they 5 up. They can even drop 4. They mustn't drop 5. If they drop 5, then and he's got the shot there. If they drop 5, then and this game is peeled, then Wynand and Andrew can sneak the victory. I think that's unlikely. Andre. Must say they're quite far away from the jack there, 2 leads.
Ja,
So
bietjie by die oorkop.
a five seems unlikely. Jockey's coming and he's coming and that's another shot, and the skip is taking his cap off. Andre Swart trying to get something closer. Oh, but that's short. With Herman having 4 bowls left and not much in the head, it'll be very difficult for him. Maar Polly, dankie vir die dag. Terwyl ons na die laaste stukkies kyk.
Ja, wel. Daarom bietjie, so net ja, met 'n bly die kamera gehad. Ons het dit dan uitgesorteer so.
Ja, wat ek dink dit was.
Baie bly ons kon dit doen. Geniet dit altyd om Woester toe te kom. Boland is lekker.
And Boland appreciates it.
Ja. Ons hoop ons kry genoeg. Ek weet nie hoeveel live viewers het ons gehad nie, want onthou dis Saterdagmiddag.
En daar was nog
teen
die Springbokke, so.
So 'n minor spannetjie soos die Springbokke. Hulle speel so 'n ander simpel speletjie. Noem hulle rugby. Daar's blykbaar 'n paar rand in daai game. Ek weet nie.
Yeah, but I think even with that there'll be a couple of people watching the bowls later.
Ja, nou.
So I know of quite a lot of people very interested in following us. So
Ja. We're almost done. That's it.
5 bowls to come.
Yeah, well, I think we're quite safe to say that I think the new champions for 2022 is oh god.
Focus net op die kop.
Lead.
That's the last. As you can see,
Lost in pressure, that's what it is.
yeah, if you can't see, there's those 2 blue bowls, light blue bowls, Jock Princess bowls from Agulhas. The 2 closest bowls, and then the black one. So I think at the moment Agulhas is lying free, so they'll be very happy with this end.
Yeah, and that should be the new champions.
They are, I'm pretty sure, the new champs.
Well, I must say the
There's
hot
another one.
favourites for the day. Lost
Yeah, but
out.
you know they played.
They lost. No,
yeah,
but
Garth
let me just finish.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
hot favourites for the day
Yeah.
lost both their games,
Yeah.
and then they took out the hot favourites for the tournament.
Yes.
So yeah,
Ja. Soos
That's
soos
just
die
how it
maak
works.
sê, hy het nou die appelkar gaan omgooi.
correct. And I think that is where your round robin format works lekker.
Ja.
You're not done and dusted. Yeah, there's
You have
still
to
a
play
chance.
3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still right up to this last to decide.
Mm.
You know, so the round robin keeps it exciting. It makes it difficult for broadcasting because
It does.
it takes the excitement. You know, there might be a game on the ring that you are broadcasting on.
That's not
As you
that
did
meaningful.
today, if you do that main game, that is the one that can influence everything. Put that on. Then if you've got control over that, but
Yeah.
most of the times the rings have been drawn and all that have been
Yeah.
done. So, especially with the round robin.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Garth putting another one in the head.
Just getting the
Well,
best back. Yeah.
So no chance of a 5.
Yeah. A
And,
burn is your option if you want to carry on playing, sir.
I would have called that, but Andre is telling him to draw.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the call.
There's no
Burn
way.
it, burn
There's
it,
no
burn
way.
it, burn
I
it.
will make you play this line in 20 times if I can. I need 5 shots. You're not going to draw 5 shots, mate. You're not going to draw it.
So there we go. Garth Thiel and Jacques Prins from Agulhas, our men's champs.
Yeah.
Mariki van der Berg and Charmaine Mostert from Ceres, our ladies champs.
So,
And
Right. Peace out.
with that, I think. So with that, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for the sponsors.
the yard.
The Yard,
Lodge.
Country Lodge, Personal
Personal
Trust.
Yeah.
And thank you to you, Paul and Burnt End,
Thank you very
for
much.
coming this way. Glenn, our faceless man behind the camera, another camera.
The phantom.
Appreciate it. And that's it. Until next time. Cheerio.